Hey now, what is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just saw Terminator Dark Fate. This is a 2019 film that was produced by James Cameron, the writer and director of the first two classic Terminator films, but it's directed by Tim Miller. And here we go. The plot is very similar to all of these goddamn Terminator movies that we've seen for so long now. You see that a Terminator was sent from the future to the present day to kill somebody, and also another person was sent from the future to protect said somebody. And the movie just goes around and around as we try to protect said person. Sure, we have some references to the first two films. Sure, this movie does disregard Terminator Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, and Terminator Genisys. Yes, it disregards all those sequels as if to say, hey, this movie is a real sequel. This movie is worth our time and effort. This movie deserves to be called a sequel to Terminator Judgment Day. And I'm here to say the movie's fine. The movie's fine. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was amazing. I didn't think it was really something to run home about. I didn't think it was something that had to be made at all. Honestly, I thought this movie was just there. It had some decent action. It had some decent special effects. But the story itself, I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it. And especially the first couple minutes. I know that it's probably out there. I know that some people probably already know about it. I'm not going to spoil it, though, because it is a massive spoiler. I will say this. If you're a fan of the first two Terminator movies, hell, if you're a fan of T2, you're going to hate the first few minutes of this movie, because I know I did. I hated it. I hated it completely. And honestly, it was hard for me to get into this movie from that point forward. But once you get introduced to the new characters like Mackenzie Davis as Grace, she is the hybrid, half human, half Terminator, who was sent from the future to protect our main character, Danny. She was interesting. She had interesting elements to her, a backstory to her. But honestly, you look at Danny, who's played by Natalie Reyes. I mean, she's fine. All of these actors are fine. It felt very in your face. I'm not saying that I'm anti strong female characters in these big budget action movies, because I'm not. I enjoy that female characters are getting their time to shine, are being seen as heroes and capable characters. It does just feel like, though, that a lot of these movies are making it a huge emphasis to have these female characters overshadow any male character that can be in plain sight. It's just they're shoving it in your face that, hey, women could be strong too, women can be kick-ass fighters too, and that's cool, that's fine, but man, it's starting to get it's starting to be a lot out there. Uh, Gabriel Luna plays the current Terminator. He is a mix of the T-800 and also liquid metal. Again, fine. It's just I think I'm played out on the Terminator franchise in general. There really isn't anything new here. There really isn't anything effects wise that you haven't already seen. And also some of these action sequences, like the chase scene on the bridge or the chase scene on the airplane near the end, they have these sequences almost in full in the trailer, so it felt like I've seen a lot of them before. And then they bring back Linda Hamilton. And Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor, that is a huge plus. Don't get me wrong. It's something that the other sequels were lacking. They never really even attempted to bring her back. I do like her. She does have some of that same badassness to her. She does have a little bit of sass to her. She has some jokes. But I don't know. I don't know if you really needed her here, especially when you see that she doesn't serve a whole big purpose to the story itself. She just sort of shows up here to be involved and just decides to help because why not? Similar to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger is here in this movie. I'm not really going to reveal his role and why he's here, but it felt like it was a lot of nostalgia. It felt like it was a lot of, hey, you guys remember these characters or remember these faces, so we're going to bring them back. I wanted to like this movie a lot more because I saw some of the great reviews that it was getting. Now, I have since seen reviews of people who didn't really love it, so I think I'm going to fall somewhere in the middle where I think the movie is fine. It's enjoyable to a point as far as an action movie, as far as just if you want to turn your brain off. But as far as the story goes, as far as another installment in the Terminator series, I think it's overrated. I think it's overhyped. I think it's something that isn't as great as I think it should have been. It could have been. And there's a part of me that hates aspects of this story because of how much of a fan I am to T2. So, look, the movie's fine. I'll give it a date movie if you want a rating, but it's not something that I'm probably going to be quick to want to rewatch all that soon. I might do a spoiler review on it so I can really get really into it down deep, but let me know in the comments below what you think of Terminator Dark Fate. If you saw it as well, did you like it? Did you hate it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.
Shot it for profit, hustle legit, pop a big bit, separate it, shot it for profit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit, hustle legit.